What's up, everybody? It's your boy JP. Today, I got a smartwatch video for y'all. This is the Ticwatch Pro 3. And, if y'all are here, you probably have already read about this watch. And, you've probably already heard reviews that talked about, sorry, it's a little dirty there. I have actually been wearing this watch, so y'all don't mind the dirt. But I have actually worn it for a couple weeks now and put it through its paces. So it is a little dirty, because I do run. I do run 4 to 5 miles a day at a local park about 5 miles from here. So you have to mind the band being a little dirty on the underneath there. Thought I did a better job than that, but but anyways, if you're here, you probably already know or read some things about this watch. Because I know smartwatches haven't caught on with everybody yet. Not everybody that has a smartphone, even a super expensive one, has a smartwatch to go with it necessarily. Your Apple Watch is still the most popular watch. It's still only compatible with iPhones. So that kind of, you're going to see more people with iPhones have their Apple Watch than an Android phone with any smartwatch. Not just a Wear OS smartwatch, but, even a Galaxy Watch from Samsung or a Fitbit. But I keep repeating that, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch my words here. I did get back from running not too long ago, so that's why there. So y'all bear with me. Everything you might have read about this watch, though, it is true. If you read that this is the best Wear OS smartwatch, it's true. They're not just saying that. They're not just saying that because it's the latest one. Are they saying it because it's the first and the only one available with the latest and greatest Qualcomm smartwatch processor, the Wear 4100 chipset? Yes, that's a portion of it. But not fully, though. Not fully. When Fossil came out with the Gen 5, a lot of people were disappointed that it didn't have the Wear 4100 Snapdragon chipset. A lot of people expected the Gen 5 Fossils to have it. Because besides my boy, Fossil has been the best about keeping up with the latest chipsets from Qualcomm for the Wear OS platform. They really have. The Fossil Sport, the Gen 4s, they all kept up. And the Gen 5s actually have the same chipset that the Gen 4 had, the 3100, not the 4100. Now, in Fossil's defense, they did come out with the Gen 5s right after the 4100 Snapdragon Wear processor was announced. So, the watch was the hardware was obviously already finalized. And it was already ready to hit store shelves. It just wasn't. It would have cost them more money to bring them all back and refit them with the 4100. I mean, I'm sure. But my boy didn't waste any time. Not even a month later, maybe it was a month, give or take, maybe a month and a half. But nonetheless, they wasted no time bringing out the Ticwatch Pro's successor, the Ticwatch Pro 3, and there's a reason why it's called the 3, not the 2. I'll try to get to that, because you also notice how it has GPS at the end of its name. But they wasted no time bringing, a product to retail with the Snapdragon Wear 4100 smartwatch processor. And my boy has already been really good about their optimizations, just as Fossil has been. And they have gone even further with the 4100 chipset. This watch isn't just the best because it has the 4100 Wear chipset. That's why a few minutes ago you notice I said partially the reason. That's because my boy has they do work with Google. Google owns a stake in the company, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they actually, physically work side by side in the optimizations, and that kind of allows my boy to get the latest processors first. I'm not, really sure about all that. I'm not sure about the logistics, but they whatever the thing may be, they've done a great job. This watch, it flies. It has none of the lag that any previous Wear OS smartwatch you might have used in the past had. Even the Fossil Gen 4s that I used had a few hiccups here and there. And it was more or less the 3100 Snapdragon and not so much Fossil's optimizations, because there were other smartwatches with that same chipset that were even worse. Fossils were the best. Well, the Ticwatches with the 3100 were the best too. Those actually had fewer hiccups than even the Fossils, if any at all. Really quick, the name. What was it, about a year and a half ago or so, Montvoy came out with the Ticwatch Pro. And it has that secondary grayscale screen, or monochrome screen, and it's able to make the battery last super long, like a month. That was just the Ticwatch Pro. Then, 6 months later, they came out with the Ticwatch Pro LTE, which I think I reviewed on my channel as well. I just not sure if I had a video up for it or not. I might not have, but nonetheless, Ticwatch Pro LTE had the same exact specs, except it had double the RAM. It went from 512 megabytes to gigabyte, and that's a huge bump. But the processor stayed the same. Everything else about it stayed the same. It was just LTE versus the regular Pro that was just GPS. So, in naming this the Ticwatch Pro 3, they're basically saying that the Ticwatch Pro LTE was the Ticwatch Pro 2. Again, its only major spec bump besides the LTE radio was the fact that it had double the RAM. But you know what? In a watch, that goes a long distance. So, Ticwatch Pro 2, spiritually, it was. And here we go with the Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS. And my guess as to why they added the GPS to the end of the name is so they have that door open for an LTE or possibly even a 5G model. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I'm just, it would be interesting for a 5G smartwatch, but I'm pretty sure the 4100 is only capable of LTE. I could be wrong though, because the 5G Snapdragon modems are separate, or can be separate. They're not necessarily on the same die as the SoC. So, remains to be seen. They could do both for all we know. But nonetheless, I'm sure they called this a Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS. Basically, I'm sure in a way to leave that door open for one to come out that they would simply call the Ticwatch Pro 3 LTE. To cease the confusion. Makes perfect sense. I agree with it. I get it. This watch has the same large, gorgeous OLED display that the last two had. They call this color the Shadow Black, and it is absolutely gorgeous. That red stitching there with the black. This reminds me of a Charger or Challenger Hellcat, where it's black leather, but it has the red stitching in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. To me, the whole setup is reminiscent of a sports car, really. I don't know why that is for some reason. There's your charger, of course, your literature, nothing special there, your box, content, stuff like that. Beautiful screen, as I said. Let me see if I can activate the monochrome screen. Let me see, the essential mode. And let you see that there. See, there it is right there. And it does still keep track of your steps. It does give you a battery indicator. So, and it works, it works great. Let's see if I can turn it back on. I don't know if I'm pressing the right button here. Yeah, I am. Just wait. There it is. There it is. Yeah. And, this watch works, amazingly. It is, not only is it the best Wear OS smartwatch, it's quite frankly the best smartwatch that you could get for any phone other than an iPhone. Now, this is compatible with iPhone, and just like the Gen 5 fossils, the Gen 5 fossils have a feature that not any other Wear OS smartwatch before it had. There was one good thing, despite it using older specs. The Gen 5 fossil was able to receive voice calls when paired to an iPhone. That was a big deal, and this is able to do the same. There is another watch, another Wear OS watch that does that. I'm not sure which one, and it might have been out before the Gen 5 fossil, so if y'all need to correct me in the comments, please do. Be easy on me. Always on display, as you can see there. But connects very easily. It's quick, very fast, very impressive. It never loses connection once it is connected, and I do use it regularly with the Xiaomi phone. Xiaomi phones a lot of times can be the worst about keeping smartwatch connections, even with their own smartwatches, like the Amazfits. So take it from somebody who knows, because if you look at my channel, this year has been filled with nothing but Xiaomi phones almost. And I got one that's going to upload after this for the Mi 10T, which I'm actually recording this with, the Xiaomi Mi 10T. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But this watch is nothing. It's been nothing short but amazing. I've been using it side by side with the new Fitbit Versa 3, which is a huge improvement over the Versa 2. Huge improvement. Fitbit did that, but this watch I still like more. If you want a good review for the Fitbit Versa 3, check out Donovan Hornbeck. If I'm saying his last name right, I'm saying it on the fly, but I know his first name is Donovan. We actually correlate a lot. He's a I love his reviews on smartwatches. He's also an avid runner as myself. But he has a fantastic review on the Fitbit Versa 3. Y'all go check it out. If y'all want to see a review on that. But I do still recommend this watch over it. This watch is fantastic. I have used it briefly with an iPhone 12 and it works great. It's amazing. It really is very impressive. And Montvoy, again, they nailed it. They hit it out of the park with this one. It's the best smartwatch you can use with an Android phone, and really the second best you can use with an Apple with an iPhone. If you're not already using an Apple Watch, even if you're using a Galaxy, I would use it over any Galaxy Watch. I haven't had personal use with the Galaxy Watch 3, but I've watched a ton of reviews. Great watch, but it pales compared to this watch. That's just my opinion from what I've seen with reviews. I think Donovan has a review of that watch as well, so y'all go check that one out. But anyways, y'all hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Ticwatch Pro 3 GPS, Shadow Black. Love that red stitching. And another thing too, like the front is leather, but the back is silicone. To help with your sweat when you're running and stuff. And there's your sensors there. The charger connects super easy too. But I love that band. I absolutely love that band. I had another watch that had a similar band where it was leather on the front but silicone in the back. It might have been the previous Ticwatch Pro, but I had one previously that I really enjoyed, and so I was really happy to see this feature that. But anyways, y'all let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Y'all stay tuned. I got more videos coming up. Holla at your boy. Peace.